Keeping it real, who that sports pod, legendary coach Rock, go 17, let's rock. Who that? Boss kick, black and gold, let's go. First and goal, from the one, best believe, we go punch. Punching in, get them punch, with them saints, watch us march. Down the field, down your throat, keeping it real, who that sports. Breaking news, interviews, open lines, just for you. Call in, join in. Who that nation? How you doing? Come on in. Take a seat. Sit back. Relax. Put your feet up. Grab a drink. And let's talk Saint football. Y'all know what time it is. Time to keep it real. Let's go. Family, family, family. The doors are now open. So come on in. I'm Dolph Jackson, your host of the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, which is brought to you by the Come On In Sports Network. Hope you're having a great day, family. Listen, I want to remind everybody to join myself and the entire Come On In Sports Network family tonight for Game 1 of the NBA Finals, baby. That's right. We have the homestanding Oklahoma City Thunder welcoming in the Indiana Pacers. New blood in the finals. I'm looking forward to it, man. Game 1 tonight, right here on the Come On In Sports Network, 7:15 p.m. Central Time. Listen, turn down the sound on your TV and come on in and spend time with Zach, Nonfiction, Coach Rock, Cowboy, Jeremy, Learns, myself, and who knows who's going to join the show. Everyone will be in the building tonight, baby. Jay Hitch, shout out to my boy Jay Hitch. Hitch might come through tonight too, baby. So listen, whatever you're doing tonight, baby, get that favorite drink, get that meal ready, man. Turn down the TV on Doris Burke and everybody for a minute. Come on in with your boys, and as we give you play-by-play and live reaction to Game 1 of the NBA Finals. But why are we here today, baby? This is your New Orleans Saints juice of the day, baby. And a young man that I decided to dive into because this young man is really going to be counted on this season to be a significant contributor. And dare I say, he's going to have to become a stud for the New Orleans Saints. That young man right there, Kool-AID McKINSTRY. Last year's second-round selection. Now, let's keep it real. When the Saints took Kool-AID out of Alabama last season in the second round, expectations were sky high. And after one full NFL season under his belt, let me just say, the kid really didn't disappoint. In his rookie campaign, Kool-AID had 42 tackles, 6 passes defense. He started 9 games last year, while allowing just a 57% completion rate when targeted. Now, those numbers put him among the top tier of rookie defensive backs in his class that came out last year. So who I'm talking about, family? Who are those players in that class that came out with Kool-AID? Well, I'm talking about Terrion Arnold, his former teammate, Nate Wiggins, Cooper DeJean. Kool-AID held his own, and in many cases outperformed them in coverage consistency and overall impact. In fact, Pro Football Focus even graded him as the 3rd highest rookie corner in coverage snaps with a grade of 76.9. Now, that's not bad for a guy who had to learn Dennis Allen's complex defense on the fly last year. But now it's time to get Popeye's chicken spicy, baby. When you compare Kool-AID to the last 3 Saints defensive back draft classes, let's think for a minute, family. What about 2021? Paulson Adebo. 2022, Alante Taylor. And for 2023, let's just throw in the surprise of that class, Jordan Howard. McKINSTRY's rookie season might just be the best of the bunch. Adebo had those splash plays. Who can forget that incredible intercept against the Falcons in Atlanta? Taylor Alante has that physicality. 3 sacks in the opening week of the season last year. But the thing that Kool-Aid brought was that lockdown, cerebral style to play we've been missing since the prime days, baby, of Laddie Daddy himself, Marshawn Lattimore. So today, family, we're asking the real question. Is Kool-Aid McKINSTRY already the second best corner on this team? Is he the future face of the Saints secondary? And just how high is this young man's ceiling? Stay tuned, family. Hit that like button, baby. Share the stream. And let's break it all down, baby. Keeping it real and who that style. Now, am I saying that Kool-Aid doesn't have room to grow? No, I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that I believe the young man held his own last season, and I believe his ceiling is still sky high, and I believe he has the talent to become arguably one of the best cornerbacks, not only on the New Orleans Saints, but also the entire NFC South and the National Football League. Now, looking at his overview from last season, he was targeted 57 times. He allowed 33 receptions on 57 targets. That's the number of times quarterbacks threw at the guy that he was covering. Now, the completion percentage he allowed was 57.9%. He allowed 404 yards and 1 touchdown. I'm going to tell you that again. Most importantly, red zone, baby, defense. He allowed 1 touchdown. Now, his passer rating allowed was a 91.6. We got to bring that down. He had 6 breakups. He had 6 passes defense last year. Now, his Pro Football Focus coverage grade, they have him at a 67.1. Now that ranks him, family, 66 out of 222 cornerbacks. He's 66 out of 222 cornerbacks in the National Football League. The young man started 9 games after the Lattimore trade and coming back. So I do not think that the young man had a bad season at all. I think he had a promising rookie season. Again, there's room for him to grow. And where in particular? His tackling and run support. So last year he had solo tackles. He had 31 solo tackles, family. But also he missed 9 tackles. Can't have that. You got to be able to come up as a corner and hold that edge, hold that corner, force that running back in to all your help that's coming, baby. You got to come up. You can't whiff on tackles. 9 is entirely too high. He has to move. You have to cut this down to like 2 or 3, personally. Now, his run defense grade is 55.9, which is not good at all, which ranks him 157 out of 222 cornerbacks in the National Football League. Again, this is according to Pro Football Focus. Now, when you compare him with rookie defensive backs, his performance was solid. Again, his coverage consistency, 57.9 completion rate allowed, was competitive among rookies. His pass breakups, 6. Pass breakups and defense, 6. He was among the more active rookies in that category. Touchdowns allowed. He only allowed one touchdown, which showcases his effectiveness in the red zone. Only one. Now, after looking at that and you compare him with recent Saints DBs, like we already did, Adebo rookie stats were 66 tackles, 8 pass breakups, 3 interceptions. We remember that comparison. Adebo had more interceptions, but McKINSTRY allowed fewer touchdowns and had a better completion percentage allowed. So again, Paulson, splash plays, 3 intercepts, 66 tackles, 8 passes broken up. But KOOL-AID allowed just 1 touchdown, and he had a better completion percentage that allowed than Paulson in his rookie season. Now, his counterpart, who will be starting opposite for him, Alontae Taylor. Well, it looks like Alontae is going to be playing that star position, so looks like Alontae is going to be in that slot. But his rookie season, Alontae had 46 tackles, and the kid had 11 passes that he broke up. He didn't get an intercept either. Just like KOOL-AID didn't get an intercept, he didn't get an intercept either. But Taylor had more pass breakups, but KOOL-AID overall coverage grade was higher than that of Alontae Taylor. And what about Jordan Howden? Primary Jordan was contributed on special teams and had limited defensive snaps. But we know that when Jordan Howden, his rookie season, we saw the promise that he had, the range that he showed. He seemed to be a player that was, how should I put it? He was a player that was undervalued, I believe, in the draft. With his rookie performance, I think showed that he should have went higher. But now he's had a couple inconsistent seasons, and this is a big season, by the way, for Jordan Howden. But in that comparison, KOOL-AID had a more significant impact in his rookie season than Jordan Howden. So in 2025, family, where can KOOL-AID improve in? First of all, let's talk about ball skills. KOOL-AID did not record 1 interception, not a 1, in his rookie season. Enhancing his ability to track and play the ball in the air could lead to more turnovers for him this season. 2, he's got to get better and run support, tackling. 9 tackles is entirely too much. You can't be out there whiffing. You got to stick your nose in there. So he must improve his tackling technique and consistency. This will be very crucial for KOOL-AID because right now, if the season were to start today, he's a starter. He's one of your top 3 corners on this team right now. And that's even after the Saints, and I'm talking it into fruition, even after they signed former San Diego Chargers cornerback. Put in the chat. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Asante Samuel Jr. There you go. It took me a second, but bam, there it came. Asante Samuel Jr., which I think the Saints have a good chance of doing. Now, his off-ball coverage. At times, he showed a lot of hesitation when he was in off-ball coverage in those situations. His footwork and reaction time can help in these scenarios. So he needs to work on his footwork and his reaction times when dealing in off coverage technique. So just refining the little things, man, his technique, man, working on his tackling technique, becoming more consistent with that, continuing to improve his ball skills, tracking the ball in the air, man, and coming down with interceptions. That's where those are the areas that I believe that KOOL-AID McKINSTRY needs to improve in 2025. Now, here are some of the under the radar strengths of KOOL-AID. Now, he demonstrated a strong pre-snap communication and understanding of offensive schemes. Now, aiding in effect coverage adjustments. So his understanding his football IQ. The young man has a high football IQ. Press coverage. Now listen. Now we just talked about him having to improve in his run support and his tackling. But let's talk about coverage. His ability to jam receivers at the line and maintain tight coverage was a standout aspect of his game last season. It was. It seemed as though he was more comfortable in press than off ball. Now, and don't forget, just for a caveat, Kool-Aid, if we're go back there, he'll bring one of them things back for you too. Don't forget, he can return punch too if needed. I don't know if that's something the team might want to think about, but with him being one of the top, possibly your top corner or the second best corner, I'm not sure if you want to put him in that scenario. So Kool-Aid family had a very promising rookie season in which he showcased strong coverage skills and football intelligence. Now, with targeted improvement in his ball skills, his tackling, and off-coverage technique, Kool-Aid has the potential to become the cornerstone, not a cornerstone, but the cornerstone of the Saints secondary. I just think the sky's the limit for this young man. And there's a chart I'm going to put up for us right now, fam. Now, here on this chart, this shows the blue is Kool-Aid. The gray is rookie defense, the rookie defensive back average for 2024. And you can see Kool-Aid in a lot of these graphics here, he was right up there with his peers, with his rookie class. Last year in targets, he was there. Receptions allowed, they allowed more. Completion percentage allowed, the rookie DB class allowed more than Kool-Aid. Yards allowed, they allowed way more than Kool-Aid. Of course, Kool-Aid allowed just one touchdown, and pass breakups, he led that too. Now, again, areas where he needs to improve in. These are areas of strength that we talked about. Now, what are some areas that he needs to improve in? Again, we just spoke about them. Missed tackles. We can't be out there missing tackles, man. Right now, his run defensive grade is real low. And his ball skills, tracking the ball in the air. I love passes defense. I love that. But you at least get you three or four of them things, man. At least try to pull in 3 interceptions this year. 3 or 4 interceptions this year. Hey, and we good, man. We'll take that. A healthy season, 3 to 4 interceptions. Cut those 9 missed tackles down to 3. And we live with it, man. Growth. What we want to see from Kool-Aid McKINSTRY, which we saw last year, is growth. And that's what I'm looking forward from this young man this season. Listen, exciting season. Looking forward to seeing this young man that you see on the screen. Looking forward to see him, man, his development and his growth in the second year here with the Saints. There's no more Sean Latimer. There's no Paulson the Debo. It is his show. It is Alontae Taylor's show. They are the 2 young dogs. It is their show. Asante Samuel Jr. is not on this team. Ike Yadam is on this team. Quincy Riley is on this team. Who would be that outside corner opposite of Kool-Aid McKINSTRY? Alontae is going to be that star, baby. He's going to be playing that star role. He's going to be in that slot. He's going to be blitzing. He's going to be spying quarterbacks, baby. So he's there. He is in that role that, remember, when Brandon Staley was hired, you remember the tweet from Alontae, like, let's go, baby. because he already knows. And again, we know the ability that he has close to the line of scrimmage, the physicality he plays with. Again, he led all DBs with sacks last year. Hell, he was leading the NFL after week 1. The kid had 3 sacks. So the talent is definitely there, man. Listen, family, thank you all for joining me today for your New Orleans Saints Juice of the Day. Again, I'm Dolph Jackson. This is the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, brought to you by the Come On In Sports Network. And matter of fact, family, once again, I want to remind you, come on back in tonight as here on the Come On In Sports Network on the Keeping It Real Who That Sports podcast, uneducated sports talk, real fan sports, Falcons Fandemic. I know some of y'all still just, it really don't feel, but hey, shout out to my brother Cowboy, man. Shout out to that black and red. Ain't nothing but love, hate, baby. We love to hate you. We love to hate on you, baby. Just like you love to hate on us. He'll be in the building. Come on in, Bills, man. Jeremy Lawrence, they'll be in the building. The Hit Zone. Jay Hitt's supposed to pull up tonight, baby. Everybody's coming on through. We gonna have a big family. And my co-host, maybe the legendary Coach Rock. He may pop in, baby, and just drop a little signs on us, baby. And listen, most importantly, you family. So turn down that volume on that TV, baby. Come on in with your family. We got you covered from the tip. Game 1 all the way through game 7. I think it's going 7. I know a lot of people have OKC with a gentleman's sweep for 1. I'm taking the Pacers in this series for the upset. I'm just saying. I'm anticipating a real good series. Now, before we get out of here, family, there's one more thing that I want to announce. I want to remind everyone to join us this Sunday at 3 p.m. Central Time as we have a very special guest coming on in, baby. You'll know this person. He's on WWL 870 AM. He's known all through the bayou, baby. He's the man that could tell you about a player from little Our Lady of the Saints. If you want to know about a player, all you had to do was get his book each and every season. But now we get to listen to him on the radio every day. I'm talking about, that's right, Mike Detillier will be in the house, baby, this Sunday, 3 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Eastern, baby. Stop what you're doing, baby. Take you a break and come on in as we have Mike Detillier coming on in, baby, to sit down with us. We gonna talk Saints football. We gonna talk a little college football. And we gonna talk to Mike about Mike. Who is Mike Detillier? Man, we gonna have a ball, man. So listen, don't forget this Sunday, family, 3 p.m. Central Time. We all in the building. And listen, family, like always, love and who that. And I want everybody, take care, family. I'll see you tonight. Game 1, NBA Finals. Pacers, Thunder, new blood in the NBA Finals. I love it. Until next time, family. Once again, love and who that. And remember, the doors are now open. So come on in.